They're very chopped.
Is anyone else thinking Jabba the Hutt?
Jabba the what?
Just curious.
Look at.
No, I'm good.
Are they
I'm
chopped?
great. You're fine.
Okay. How are my eyes?
Hi, I'm Miss Gianna. Welcome to our awesome announcements.
And I'm Mr. Matt. We are so glad that you guys are here today.
We are, but we don't have that much to say.
Really? We don't have any announcements?
Nothing. We just have our regular old announcements.
Like our offering project?
Exactly. So if you brought money for our offering project, you can go ahead and give that in right now.
Right now. And we have another thing to talk about, remember? The loaves and fishes. We can all keep earning our loaves and fishes dollar.
And you can earn them in one of 3 ways. You can bring a friend to church with you, or have them watch online with you. You can memorize your Bible verse, or you can read your Bible 3 times this week.
Right. And good job, everyone, for doing those things, because it's important to remember our loaves and fishes.
And that's all our announcements.
Really?
Yeah.
We don't have anything new today. Like, nothing.
Nope.
Oh, that's kind of too bad.
It is. But we will have new announcements next week, though, so we will see you guys then.
And me and Miss Gianna will be ready with new announcements then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, bye for now.
Bye, guys.
Hi, everybody. I'm Anna.
And I'm Matt. We're so glad to be here with you today. Anna, what do you have there? That looks very interesting.
Yeah, it's my growing tower. I have plans to grow food all year long, even in the winter. Look at this. It even has its own light.
Oh, wow, that's super cool. What are you gonna grow?
I'm gonna grow tomatoes like these ones here. But I have a problem because it's been 2 months and nothing's happened, and the internet said it was supposed to happen, but nothing's happened, and I don't know what's wrong.
Yeah, something isn't working. Did you read the instructions?
Instructions?
Yeah, the instructions. It doesn't look like you have any soil in there or water, it says. And the light looks kind of complicated.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah, I bet if you follow the instructions, you'll probably end up with a blessing of tomatoes.
Just thought if I put the seeds in, a little bit of water, and turned on the light, it would all work and I would just have tomatoes.
Yeah, well, today's story is all about following instructions and doing what God asks. So why don't we go and check that out, and we'll see if we can figure this thing out for you.
That would be great.
The people of Israel were exiles in the land of Persia. God punished them for their ongoing sin and disobedience and took away his protection from them. So the Persians came and destroyed the city of Jerusalem and took the Israelites as their slaves. One of these Israelite slaves was a man named Nehemiah. His job was to serve food to the king and to make sure it was safe to eat. Though most of the Israelites lived in Persia, there were a few that survived and were still left in the broken-down Jerusalem. He missed Jerusalem and wanted to go back and help those people. Nehemiah could not stop thinking about and praying for Jerusalem. He was sad all the time. One day, while Nehemiah was before the king said, "Nehemiah, why are you so sad? Are you sick? Is something troubling you?" Nehemiah couldn't hold it in any longer. "O king, live forever. My home country, my father's land, is in ruin." The king was concerned and offered to help Nehemiah. Nehemiah told the king that he wanted to go back to Jerusalem and rebuild it as well as the walls around it. So Nehemiah asked the king for building supplies. He also asked the king to write a letter that he could show to anyone on his journey back to Jerusalem. This letter bore the seal of the king and protected Nehemiah as he traveled back to Jerusalem. It was a long and dangerous journey, but Nehemiah was excited to go back. As they neared Jerusalem, they could see its ruins in the distance. The beautiful city of Jerusalem was all broken down, with no wall around it. Work began immediately. Nehemiah wasted no time and gathered all the men to help rebuild the wall. He assigned each group to their task, rebuilding sections of the walls, brick by brick. It was a big task that was going to take a long time. As Nehemiah and the men rebuilt the wall, many leaders from nearby countries tried to stop them. They threatened to kill the Israelites. Nehemiah prayed to God and did not stop working. Each day, they worked harder and harder, and the wall became stronger and stronger. After months of hard work and danger, the job was complete. There was singing, dancing, feasting, and a huge celebration. God was the one who deserved praise and glory for the finished job.
Wow, Nehemiah cried out to God and God responded.
Yeah, God asks us to call out to him, and he's faithful. Faithful means he'll do what he says he'll do over and over again, and he never changes his mind.
That sounds like the bottom line this week. God is faithful. I can do what God asks.
Yeah, it sure does. Let's say that together.
Okay. God is faithful. I can do what God asks. Sometimes I get a little afraid to do what God asks of me, even ordinary everyday things, like when he asks me to talk to the new person at school or help out a neighbor.
Today's story of Nehemiah rebuilding Jerusalem's wall shows us that God is faithful even when we do ordinary day-to-day stuff, just like fixing a wall.
Yeah, even when they faced trouble from their enemies, led by Sanballat and Tobiah, Nehemiah didn't give up the work.
No, he never did. He found a way for the people to work with tools in one hand and a weapon in the other.
Wow. They weren't afraid of their enemies because they knew God was on their side and they were doing what he asked them to do.
Yeah, that reminds me a little of our Bible verse. Should we do that together?
Sure, let's all stand up.
Buddy up.
Ready? Let's go. The Lord is with me. I will not be afraid. What can mere human beings do to me? Psalm 118:6. Can we do that again? I love the part of the verse that says, I will not be afraid. I need to remind myself of that one more time.
Yeah, let's do it again.
The Lord is with me. I will not be afraid. What can mere human beings do to me? Psalm 118:6. That was great, friends. You can sit down now.
In our lives, God is going to ask us to do all sorts of things. Sometimes there might be people like Sanballat or Tobiah who laugh at us or even make fun of us, and sometimes they might get angry at us too.
Like that time I didn't want to go to the school talent contest and God told me to go and sing my heart out because he had made me to sing. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Yeah, that was really tough to watch.
But I remembered our bottom line. God is faithful. I can do what God asks, and it gave me the courage to still take singing lessons.
And you do sing really well.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's been really great learning about how no matter what God asks us to do, whether it's something big or small, we should follow his instructions and trust him and his faithfulness to help us do it.
Yeah, definitely. How about we take a swing at looking at these instructions and maybe we can get that planter of yours working and finally get some tomatoes to bless this place with.
Yeah, that would be really great. So next week, we'll see you again.
Bye. Let's make some salsa when we get these tomatoes growing.
Salsa.
is for me. I am not alone. I am not alone. He is with me. He is for me. I am not alone. He is with me. He is for me. And I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know that I was made for this. I live for this. God has a reason, reason for my life. I'm gonna shout it out without a doubt. I was born for this, built for a purpose.
One, two, three, four. Come on. Are you ready, everybody? Here we go. Everybody get down low. You can go even lower. Here we go. Everybody jump up high. Come on, jump up. I know you can jump even higher. Come on, let's shout as loud as we can shout. Woo! God is here right now. Yes, He's here without a doubt. Yeah, He is always with us through every up and down. He will never leave us. He'll always be around. He's the one we can trust. God will always be with us. God will always be with us. Yeah! Now you ready to spin around? Come on, everybody. Here we go. Everybody spin around. Yeah! I dare you to spin much faster. Now there you go. Everybody